Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I apologize for my voice. I had a pretty big game last night and we didn't quite pull it out, but we're getting there on my team. That said, I want to go through the Chicago Bulls-Orlando Magic game from Wednesday night. And I gotta tell you, when a player is coming back from injury, it seems pretty clear you gotta let him practice for several days or a week at least until he gets his legs back. This did not happen with Boozer, and it sure looked like it.
Boozer wastes no time on defense. He gets turned around and lets one of the best three-point shooters in the league get open for a three-point shot.
Splash.
Listen, you'll hear Stan Van Gundy call out the defense.
We anticipate.
The Magic have so little respect for Noah that they're going to leave him completely and double down on Rose with Howard. Unfortunately, Deng has a catching problem, but he saves it. But then Noah takes a shot I guarantee he never practices, going to his left with his right hand, and they miss. Watch Keith Bogans as he completely forgets where Vince Carter goes. Vince Carter averages a half an offensive rebound a game, and he gets one there.
Here's the typical Magic offense, and I love it. Single-double to start, and then Dwight Howard comes into the sideline screen. You're going to see him clear out, which is going to force Rashard Lewis's man to help out, and that clears Rashard Lewis in the three-point line. In the dive to the basket, Dwight Howard gets great position, and you can't stop him there. It's all cause and effect on defense. Because of Boozer's lousy hedge, it forces Noah to step over to watch the penetration. He loses position to Dwight Howard down low, and Dwight Howard cleans it up. Just watch how awkward Noah is on offense. He throws that pass and kind of almost falls over, and then he gets in the way of Deng as his shot clock expires. Okay, so the Bulls don't want Noah to hedge. They want to back up. But watch him as he lets the guy go right by him for a dunk. This is not winning basketball, folks. On a Jameer Nelson drive, you can take your pick between the three guys who are supposed to help from the weak side. Thibodeau must be going crazy. Noah tries to get a little daring by going one-on-one in the post with Dwight Howard. Look how there isn't one Bull anywhere near a rebound. Noah is perseverant. Here he goes on the left side of the court and does a nice little hook off the glass. Another terrible Boozer hedge. He forces everyone else to have to come over to cover for the penetration, and that leaves Quentin Richardson open for a corner three. Watch the great defense in the foreground here between Lewis and Petrus. They take away the Bulls' offensive options and they have to go to plan C. Noah does a very nice pass and a finish by Deng.
Thibodeau is taking the Boston offense here, and Kyle Korver is playing Ray Allen's role. This forces Bass to have to step out and stop that shooter. And look at that, Noah with a nifty pass to Taj Gibson for a layup. So the Bulls don't want Noah to hedge to try and take away the drive. Well, you can't take away the drive giving him a head of steam. That's terrible. The bottom line is if you don't hedge and let the guard turn the corner, they're going to score much more often than not. You want to know what defensive 3 seconds is? Watch Taj Gibson on the weak side as he gets stuck in the lane and doesn't guard anybody. Watch this well-executed offense here. When they come over to double Vince Carter with Asik, that means Kyle Korver has to sink and fill, but that's going to leave Quentin Richardson all by himself in the corner with nobody to get there in time. Since the Bulls got rid of Vidi Del Negro and put in Thibodeau, they've been running a lot better offense. Here you'll see the Princeton high post offense where they rub off the high post, come around a double screen, and they get some terrific movement side to side, and you're going to see Taj Gibson post into the middle and get a nice little shot. But the Bulls shot very poorly, and it was shots like this that kept the Bulls so far behind. I liked Asik when he played for the Turkish team, and here, he's a pretty good defender. I know it's Marcin Gortat, but still, he's aggressive and he gets a great block and a good outlet. They still haven't mastered the rotations as three guys go to the ball, leaving Brandon Bass wide open for a jump shot. We all know that Derrick Rose's weak spot is still defense on the ball, and Jameer Nelson had a great night. You can take your pick though. Any one of these three can come over and help at least on this drive, and no one even takes a step to the ball. To defend Rose, you're going to hear Van Gundy screaming out again, White.
So that is not good news, and hopefully it is not.
And Dwight Howard's going to leave Noah alone because they don't respect him, and they take away the drive from Rose. Boozer gets back in there, and he doesn't hedge very well, and then he's going to actually run away from the ball and let Vince Carter get right to the basket for a layup. Watch Dwight Howard. He'll get called for a 3-second defense because he's not within arm's length of somebody in the lane. For all you players out there, let's watch the footwork of Vince Carter and see why it's a travel here. He's established his right foot as a pivot foot, and he picks it up and jabs it and tries to go. Of course, that's a travel. And then he doesn't even get it when they explain it to him. He gets frustrated about it. It's just terrible. With shots like these, they should not have let Boozer even play until he practiced more. And how about this awful shot? It looks like a football field goal attempt. To be fair, he did make one fadeaway. One problem I see with Derrick Rose's jump shot is look at his wrist. It's not cocked back now, so that as he's on his way up, he's got to bring it back. When you're bringing it up for a jump shot, you don't want to have any extra movement, and that's going to throw your shot off a lot of the time. And to cap off a truly lousy half, they do not hedge again on purpose, letting Jameer Nelson step into a wide open three. This is not a good adjustment, Thibodeau.
So there you have it, folks. There was no reason to look at the second half because it just got worse from there. Orlando's a too good of a team to allow them to get up that big. That said, I told you already before that Boozer should never have even sniffed this game. And I have a love-hate relationship with Noah. You've seen in the past where I've criticized him, and I still show you some problems he has on defense. He's become a decent shooter. I can't believe I'm saying that. And he actually can pass pretty well. So he's doing nicely, but he needs to understand how to play defense better, and the Bulls as a whole need to do that. And I'm pretty confident that Tom Thibodeau will be able to get it in there. It's going to take a little bit more time. It doesn't happen overnight. And the Bulls have already responded pretty well. So it looks pretty good. But Orlando is still the class of the Eastern Conference. And it's going to be a great battle as we go through the rest of the season. And I'm anxious to watch it and see what happens. Thanks for joining us in B-Ball Breakdown. I really appreciate you being here. We've had a huge run the last month. Let's keep it up. And don't forget, it's not a channel, it's a conversation.